What made you have such a passion for the sport to where you wanted to start competing in it?
I see the sport and I see it as an art. I don't see it as just two men going inside a cage and trying to beat each other up. I see this as this is my sport. This is what I compete in. This is what I grow with. And ever since watching it, since I was a kid, watching Chuck Liddell, watching Forrest Griffin, Stephen Bonner, watching all these old fighters do what they did back then, and then seeing how the sport evolved, that's how I knew that's what I wanted. So that's where I jumped into the game.
All right. Do you think Chuck should come back out of retirement?
Who, ma'am?
Chuck Liddell?
I would want to for only one fight, to fight Tito Ortiz. But other than that, I don't want to see the man come back out of retirement to see him get hurt.
Right. Okay, and then so this is your MMA debut, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. This is my first amateur fight.
Okay. What made you choose Epic to have your first debut here?
I'll tell you the truth, ma'am. I used to be in City College, and I used to walk down the street every time, and I used to see Epic posters and Epic signs posted everywhere. And I've always told myself, I would love to fight in that competition one day. And I even said it, ma'am. I pointed to one of them. I forgot which Epic poster it was, 18 or something. And I said, I'm going to fight in that series one day. I'm going to fight in that organization one day. And sure enough, ma'am, here I am.
I love that story. I know that the owners of Epic will love that too. So it looks like you're someone who knows how to manifest your dreams, manifest your goals. If you saw that Epic sign, knew you'd be here today. How are you predicting this fight going?
Ma'am, I'll be 100% with you because I am a man and human at what I say. I am not afraid of failure. I came into this to see a learning experience, to have fun, and to see what I'm capable of doing. I've busted my butt off this whole time training and really going at it. But, I do take it as I am a fighter, that if failure is happening, I know how to adapt with it, take it, and get better instead of letting it crumble and then falling apart. So I see me winning tonight, ma'am. I see me really focused tonight, but I'm also not afraid if I do take a loss. I just know I need to get better at what I do.
Well, Carl, I'm very excited to see your debut. Good luck to you. So they say sometimes don't blink when there's a fight up. Literally, I feel like that happened with me watching your fight right now. How excited are you about that MMA debut?
I couldn't ask for anything better than that. That's exactly what I pictured, exactly what I wanted, exactly what I got. So happy right now.
Can you give us a little bit of a background on your MMA or mixed martial arts training?
Yeah, I've been at Team Quest for the last 2 years or so. I trained at a couple gyms before that with, a couple breaks every once in a while, but been solid these past 2 years. Got Sam Alvey in my corner. Great coach, great team. That's what happened. That's why we saw what happened tonight.
Yeah, we've been seeing it all night. A lot of your teammates are picking up wins. We have Trevor Wells that picked up those state title and the Epic title. Is that inspiring for you to see someone who's come from Team Quest and just grow within a promotion?
Absolutely. It's definitely motivation. Our guys are so good. They train so hard and just so humble, and I couldn't ask for being a better gym for sure.
All right, well, we have another humble winner in front of us. Because of that quick win, how fast do you want to get back in there?
ASAP. I'm looking June 30th. There's a fight in Vegas. That's going to be my next one, hopefully, for sure.
All right. Enjoy this win, and we'll see you soon, I'm sure. So, Tyler, you just picked up your first win. You're back at Epic. How are you feeling? I saw so much emotion in that cage after your win.
Okay. Can I hold it? Okay. It just feels great to be back, For my last fight, I learned a lot, so I was kind of happy that I lost because I felt like if I won, I would have kept doing my same old bad habits. So, and aside from that, I was just going through so much. I just got out of a really bad relationship, almost 6 years, and I think that just helped me just be more motivating coming back and just really devoting all my time and effort into the gym, my teammates, and all these great opportunities coming my way, and just building my relationships and bonds again back at the gym. And I just feel blessed. I feel like on top of the world, just with my whole team behind me, believing in me and supporting me. I'm truly fortunate to be here and have met you and really get to know you on a personal level coming to class. And it just feels good to be back. I just got all my emotions out the way. I was overwhelmed my first fight. Typical, I didn't know what to expect. And I came here just more mentally and emotionally prepared. And I think my family, my close friends, my teammates, everybody back at home and at the gym. I'm so happy to be here and taking home the win.
No, it's okay because we've seen that growth just, in the cage there since your last fight. You've obviously been putting in that work, emotionally and in the gym. I want to talk a little bit about the fight. There were moments in there where it looked like she was trying to take it to the ground. Did that frustrate you at all?
No, just because I feel like my main specialty in fighting is my takedown defense. So watching her videos, I knew what to expect. I knew she wanted to take it to the floor. And I saw that she wasn't really setting up her takedowns. Like, she was looking noticeable, so then it was easy to defend it or, just kind of push her off, shove her off. But it didn't intimidate me, My girls, my team, they kick my fucking ass every day. They fucking hit me hard, kick me hard, wrestle me to the floor. They beat the shit out of me just so I'm prepared for shit like this. And honestly, I feel good. Like, I'm not even really tired. I'm just so excited, emotional.
Hashtag Mean Girls and Team Hurricane Awesome. Well, last question for you. How quick do you want to get back in there?
Oh, as soon as possible. I'm ready. Obviously, there's still more stuff I need to work on, but I'm ready for any challenge.
I was always injured, and this time I finally wasn't injured and had the opportunity, and they were offering a good promotion, so I took it. I felt like I was ready.
Absolutely. Timing is everything, right? Can you talk to us a little bit about that then? Going through injuries, that must be frustrating, especially when you're trying to make your MMA debut.
Yeah, it actually is. So last year when I had the first opportunity, I fell asleep behind the wheel on my way to work, and I had a rollover. So I was out for a few months. I stopped training for a while, and I got back into training recently this past year. And it's a lot of the training I have is just either self-taught or private trainers. I don't train at a gym. And so it's just something that I've always been into. My dad used to box in the Air Force, and so I thought it'd be cool to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, well, one, we're happy that you're here and healthy. Two, is that a personal decision that you've made to not, train with the gym and train just more with one-on-ones?
No, it's more of a financial issue right now. So once I do get the finances, or hopefully if I can get sponsored by a gym, I'll start getting into a gym, and I'll get more training in, a lot more training in. Because right now I'm training about 3-4 days a week, and I'd like to train 7 days a week.
Well, you already sound like the definition of a fighter. You've had all these things come at you, trying to bring you down, but here you are making your MMA debut. How do you see it playing out in there?
Honestly, I'm not going to get a big head about it. I'm just going there, do my best, have fun, and hope for a win.
Well, we're very excited to see you perform. Congrats on getting here, and we'll talk to you after. All right, I'm here with Emily, who's making her epic debut, correct?
Yes, that's right. Yep.
How does it feel to be here? You're only an hour or so away from fight night.
I'm excited. It's been almost a year since my first fight, so I'm ready, and the whole experience has been amazing to be able to travel, to come out here, and I'm just excited, ready.
Where are you traveling from?
Sacramento.
Okay, cool. Was there a reason why you took the year off, or was it just to really focus on your skills so you can come back and, fight the best way you can?
Just to focus and, work on some things, like some personal things, but mainly just to focus on training, because in my first fight I had been training like 2 months and then got in there, but it was an amazing experience, and I was just hungry to get back in there. So.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think I had seen on social media or somewhere that you got your first stripe on your white belt. So congrats on that. How does it feel? Yeah, how was that moment for you?
It was unexpected, and it was amazing. Like after we were done training, like one of my senseis just came up to me and announced it, and my boyfriend was there with me, and it was just amazing, and other teammates, and it felt great. It felt wonderful. I really enjoy Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because it teaches you a lot of patience and discipline, and it's an amazing martial art, and I'm excited to continue that.
For sure. And then, so is there a certain skill that you want to showcase in the cage tonight?
Yeah, definitely my improvement on the ground, and head movement, staying on my feet, and being in the clinch. Yeah.
Last question, Epic really prides themselves on being supporters of women in the sport. We have a few title fights between the ladies tonight. We have divisions jumping from 115 all the way up to a lightweight fight. How does it feel just to be fighting for a promotion that's really taking on this sport even down to the amateur level of putting together 5 women fights on the card?
I think it's amazing. Like when I heard there were 5, I mean, that's kind of unheard of, because usually it's hard for promoters to find women bouts and for them to stay in it. So the fact that there's 5 is awesome, and it's exciting, and being back there with 3 of them is just great. We're literally all back there together just talking about our experience and why we chose to do it and how empowering it is, and I think it's great.
Well, we're very excited to see your epic debut in there. Good luck tonight. Thank you. You want to be one of the first champions from that area and maybe legalize the sport eventually?
Yeah. If I can make something for legalize it in my country, it will be wonderful. But yeah, I'm here for take a part. I'm not the first who fight from Tahiti in the epic, and this is the gang. We are here for making grow this sport in Tahiti, and yes, that's it.
I'm actually expecting a battle for this one. Actually, this seems like a tougher opponent. So I'm expecting some more blood, you know.
But you're holding on to that title, and you're adding a second strap to you, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my very best to keep it and get another one.
What does it mean to you to be the epic welterweight champion?
I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't think it's all the way sunk in quite yet.
Maybe you need to make that first title defense for it to sink in?
Maybe.
I've been very competitive my whole life. Played soccer, went to college, played soccer out there, and I just loved challenging my body. And it was just something that was a new challenge, and I loved how it uses every single part of your body and your mind. And it's definitely a challenge, and it's every day I learn something new, and it's probably one of my favorite things I've ever done in my life.
Yay. All right, I'm here with Ashlee, who is home. You made your epic and MMA debut here. You're finally back for your second fight. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Feeling excited, ready to go.
And you're fighting for a title. That's huge. The women's lightweight. How have you just prepared for that mindset of going after a belt and then going after our welterweight champion and a state title?
You know, I'm just looking at it as just another fight. It's just another opponent who happens to have a couple of belts around her waist. I mean, she's very experienced, so obviously there's respect there. But in terms of it being a title fight, I'm just looking at it as another fight.
And can you just give us a little bit of a background just on your mixed martial arts career, when you started training, and why you decided to go into MMA?
I started actually with a cardio kickboxing class. I was looking for a different kind of workout after college. I was a track athlete in college, so I really liked the competitiveness of the kickboxing. My roommate in college was a professional MMA fighter, and he tried to talk me into it for a couple years, and I was like, no, that stuff is crazy. And then when I moved back to California, I started a cardio kickboxing class, and they kind of tried to get me to spar, and I was like, no, I don't want to spar. And then I started sparring, and then I fell in love with it. And then about a year and a half ago, I moved to I started coming down to San Diego to see Manolo and Liz at 10th Planet, SDCA. And February of last year, I moved down here for good, so.
And that just reminds me, I was actually told by our matchmaker, Harvey, that he had kind of introduced you to that gym and got you over here. So how special that you're here at Epic, or made your debut with Epic and back here fighting for their belt.
Yes, he did, and I was so grateful for that. He put me in contact with, I think, the best gym in Southern California.
And he's going to probably hate me for saying this, but he did also share a story where he went in and sparred with you and Juliana, who's also fighting for a title, and then you completely kicked his butt. Oh, no. Is that true?
I guess it's true. I was sparring actually for my first fight here, and he came in, and Manolo was like, get that guy. And I think Manolo was just testing me to kind of see where I would, what I would do. And so we went around, and I guess I did kick his butt.
Great story. Epic really prides himself on having the female bouts and supporting women in MMA, and especially, divisions from the, 115 all the way up to welterweight. Sure. How important is it to you that you're just fighting for a company that supports women in sports?
It's very important. We are fortunate to grow up in a time where, it's not so much of a problem anymore, but previously, women had trouble in sports. That's kind of where some of the laws that we have now come into play with funding in colleges and different things like that. So To know that we have that backing for MMA, for women specific, is amazing. It's incredible to fight for a company who does that, who takes a stand kind of specifically for that and aims it towards us. We haven't been able to fight in MMA for very long in terms of the sport longevity itself. So it's incredible to be able to do that.
Absolutely. And then last question, you're coming from, or sorry, 2 more questions. You're coming from a gym that has a bunch of badass babes coming out of there. I think you're part of hashtag Mean Girls out of Team Hurricane Awesome. Can you tell us just a little bit about your gym and, why you girls are called the Mean Girls?
So our gym is, we train in and out of fight camp the same way. We train 6 days a week, a lot of us, and we're always going hard. I really have a lot of respect for our girls team and specifically our women's team. All of us, we push each other every single day. Our practices are rough and tumble, and we rumble, and it's just a good time all the way around. Don't get me wrong, but we do have days where, we're really, really rough in there, and I can't give enough credit to our women's team, the professional ladies that are in there, the amateur squad. We all push each other every single day, not just to be good fighters, but to be the best people that we can be on a daily basis. And that, to me, that's so, so rare, because when you go into a gym, a lot of times you need to be this great of a fighter, or this kind of fighter, or, you need to be the best fighter. And yes, they push that, of course. I mean, of course, right? Because like you said, we've got some badass babes coming out of there. But they also push us every day to be the best people we can be. And I think that reflects not only in our general lives, but also when we're in the cage fighting.
For sure. And so last question, how do you see this fight going to get that state belt and that epic belt around your waist?
I think it's going to be a good fight. Like I said, Anita is very experienced, and I'm strong and athletic. I think it's just going to be a good fight for people to watch. I'm very excited.
Well, we're excited to see you out there and compete for that belt. Okay, so this is your MMA debut. You got a quick finish out there. How are you feeling?
I feel great. It was my first debut. I was kind of excited, but I'm so excited to win. I'll definitely keep going to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I know some people were concerned about the weight difference. I think he came in slightly, or, pretty heavier than you. Did you even have a chance to feel any of that power?
No, it doesn't matter. My opponent was heavier than me, 16 pounds, but I'm here to fight, I always here to fight, because I have warrior spirit, so that's why I'm here to fight. Doesn't matter.
Can you give us a little bit of a background on your mixed martial arts and when you started training?
Yeah, my background is actually boxing and kickboxing, and then I started to do some grappling and jiu-jitsu because I love MMA. I love being a complete fighter, so I'm so happy for that.
After that quick finish, it seems like you got cleared by the doctor. How fast do you want to get back in there?
Just next match, just the next time, next one. I'm too ready. I'm so excited.
Jessica, you're making your MMA debut. Can you give us a little bit of a background on your mixed martial arts?
I have a few years in jiu-jitsu, karate, and kickboxing, and I absolutely love it.
All right, the definition of a well-rounded fighter. What made you decide to make your MMA debut with Epic?
I have a few friends in my team that have fought with Epic before, I've come and watched the show, and it's been a great show every single time.
Okay, and then where are you competing out of, or training out of?
Santee, right out here in San Diego.
Can you tell us a little bit about your team and I guess just what they've said and done just to prepare you for tonight?
My whole team has helped me incredibly during this whole process, this whole last 8 weeks that I've been in camp. Just pushed me really hard with striking, and my sparring partners have just really pushed me beyond my limit. And it's been great.
All right, Jasmine, we have you here at Epic and you're fighting for a title. How does it feel to be here?
It feels great. I mean, I've always wanted to fight for Epic. I've been trying to get on their card for a while, but it just never happened. So I'm excited.
Yeah, because you're traveling all the way from LA, right?
Yes.
And I think I had spoken with you where you told me that you've already held a California state title and that you were eager to get one back.
Yeah, I fought for it last month again and didn't get it back, but I'm still striving to get it back. I need it back.
And so, can you give us a little bit of a background on why you started mixed martial arts? I think you've been training for a long time since you were little, right?
Yeah, I've been training for almost 10 years. I started with jiu-jitsu and made the transition into MMA about maybe 4 years after I started. And I kind of got into it. My uncle, he was interested, and he was like, "Oh, when you turn 12, I'm gonna train you." And I'm like, "You want me to get hit in my face?" And it took a while, but I started to like it or love it, and it's nice because it inspires people. Like, I want to inspire young women and older women that it's not just a male sport.
All right, Alexis, you're back here fighting in a rematch for the bantamweight title as well as the state title. How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel ready this time. I'm ready to take advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, watching that first fight back, how do you see this one going differently?
I definitely see him trying to take me down again, press me up against the cage, get me tired, and, we're prepared. We're ready for his inside trip that he always does. Superman punch, the leg kick, we're ready.
And you're someone that's not a stranger to titles. You're currently a title holder for another promotion. What does it feel like just as far as a culmination of your career that you're starting to fight for these titles in the amateur world?
It feels great. I feel like, It feels like all the hard work is starting to pay off, little by little. Hopefully this is the last year as an amateur, and 2019 we go pro.
All right, Tyler, congrats on that big win. A great way to start the night out. I hear that you had been on a long layoff, so how does it feel to be back here and get a big win like that?
I tore my ACL. It's been 15 months I got surgery, and it was pretty horrible. I was training for a fight, and it's great to be back.
Yeah, how important is that win that you got? Because having an intense injury like that and then going back and winning big, how are you feeling in this moment?
It feels great. Honestly, it didn't even matter if I won or lost. I just wanted to get back out there and just get that the damn knee didn't bother me anymore. I was over it, but it went good. I'm glad. Couldn't have had any better.
For sure, and I hear they're already trying to match you with another fight. I was going to say, what's next for you?
You see how it goes. I don't know. We'll figure. Joji, my coach and everything, we'll figure it out.
All right, well, congrats on that win. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
It's been a little bit since you've been back in there, so how do you feel to just be back and then also pick up a big win like that?
It feels great to be back. I mean, it's been 3 years. I've been busy, but just mainly with school, but I've been training the whole time, and I've changed gyms, and this is the first time I've been training constantly with Team Quest over the past 2 years with Sam and Chris Curtis and everybody over there, the wonderful people. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting your name, but I haven't stopped training. I just busy with school and work and trying to balance everything out.
Yeah. And a lot of the fighters out of Team Quest really credit the quality of the gym there, the quality of the coaches, and just your team in general. I know you had told me that's what's kind of kept you with this champion mindset. Can you just add to that, I guess?
Yeah, the gym is absolutely wonderful. Like, everybody there, they're big believers in me, and I honestly couldn't keep my head up. My biggest enemy is myself. So going into the fight, it really helps to have that community that's there at Team Quest help me always keep my head up. No matter what, they're always big believers in me. The things that they say to me, absolutely awesome. And of course, I have to say my girlfriend too. She keeps my head up whenever it gets down. So everybody there, the whole community, it takes a village.
For sure. And then I know you had also told me that there was one point that you were considering not going into MMA or not pursuing it because the money, it's hard, it's hard to make a career out of this. Do you feel like now that the sport's growing, now that you just picked up a submission win, do you feel like you've made the right decision continuing to pursue MMA?
It definitely helps. I want to pursue my passion, and once I get my business management degree, I hope to work around MMA, mostly in fitness. Big shout out to the W training facility. I work down, I'm a trainer there, so big shout out to there, and I get to use their facilities. So I really want to be involved in fitness, and I just love everything that goes into the aspect of training. It gives me something to wake up in the morning. It's a big motivator.
Well, good luck with those endeavors, and congratulations on your win. You again, another great fight starting out the night. Could be fight of the night, actually. It was definitely a back and forth battle. How are you feeling about your performance and how it turned out?
I think it went great. I stuck to the game plan, stuffs his takedowns, just stay active the whole time. It was a pretty active fight. There wasn't a lot of hesitation, so I think it went great, yeah.
Yeah, you could tell even from the first round you were starting to find a home for that head kick, and then dropped him, I believe, in the second or early third. Was that part of the game plan?
Yeah, after the first round, my coaches talked to me about using it more. There seemed to be an opening there, and I just kept using it. Landed it a few times, yeah.
And this is your first win, right?
It is, yes.
So how are you feeling now that you got a W on your record?
I mean, it feels good. Like, to be honest, this is like the first fight that I broke down, trained with a team, trained with a coach, and yeah, I can only give credit to them for making me what I am. So.
And where are you training out of?
White Tiger out of Westwood, LA.
Yeah. All right. What's next for you?
Just get some rest, go back, talk to my coaches, keep training, and hopefully you'll see me back here again.
Congrats on that win. A pretty dominant performance. How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling okay. Thanks. I really obviously wanted to finish that fight, but for some reason I just couldn't put it together. But I'm happy I won.
Yeah, for sure. You got to celebrate the victories. There was a moment, though, that she had you in that guillotine. Was it close to being finished? Did you feel threatened at all?
You know, I wouldn't say it was close to being finished, but I was pretty annoyed that I couldn't get it out. So it was tight. While it was happening, I was thinking about my nose because it was like I was breathing weird and it started going, bleh. I was like, I wonder if that's a sign of this being too tight. And then I just thought, fuck that, that's not a thought you should have. Just go. And so I was listening to my corner and them telling me what to do. And it worked out. It was fine. I just stayed calm. Just like in gym, you know, when you're training and someone thinks they have something, it's kind of like, yeah, nice try. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's obviously showing that with each fight you're learning and growing. You're now on a 2-fight win streak, I believe. How are you just feeling about the momentum of your career, and how soon do you want to get back in there?
Soon. Full disclosure, I'm sick right now. So when I get better, I'm going to start training again and talk to my coach. So yeah, we want to stay active as soon as possible. I mean, I'm a little annoyed that I haven't gotten any finishes, but it comes when it comes, I guess.
Yes, next time. Congrats on that win. Definitely celebrate that. We'll see you back soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How do you feel just about your performance here at Epic?
I feel great. I'm training with the likes of Trevor Wells, Mason Icabellis, Matt Padilla. I mean, I'm training with a bunch of killers at Team Quest, so I think I did well.
Yeah, you guys really credit your team over there. What is it that's pumping out warriors like you guys picking up these wins?
Leadership. Sam Alvey, he's the best coach around. I owe it all to him. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be the fighter I'd be today.
Can you give us a little bit of a background on how your mixed martial arts journey started, your career started?
I first started jiu-jitsu when I was 16. I got in my first fight in high school and ended up on my back, and I was like, man, I gotta defend myself somehow. So I got into jiu-jitsu first, and then I ended up at Team Quest after I graduated.
And how quick do you want to get back in there?
As soon as possible. I actually have another fight June 24th for True Form, so I'm excited to get back in there.
All right, keep that.
The next Epic card, I'd love to get on it. So.
All right, cool. Well, keep that momentum going. Congrats on that win tonight. What did they say? 18, 19 seconds in the first round. How are you feeling about your MMA debut?
Freaking fantastic. It was awesome. Did everything my coach told me to do, the game plan, and it worked out.
Yeah, a lot of people tend to have nerves when they go into their MMA debut, of course. Did you feel any of that in there? It looked like you were super comfortable.
Of course. I was about ready to pee my pants, but, at least I got in there 18 seconds and I can go to the bathroom even quicker.
Yeah, for sure. All of the girls from 10th Planet have been kicking ass all night. You had talked earlier just about, the female empowerment there and just the drive and inspiration. How are you feeling just about all of your performances tonight?
Very confident. We train with the best, and it shows, all of us. There's no girl that can stand up against us. We're mean girls.
And how quick do you want to get back in there for your next fight?
Tomorrow. Let's go.
This was your MMA debut, correct?
Absolutely it was.
How are you feeling about that win?
I'm feeling really good about it. It's very unexpected. He's a tough kid, but I got a great team behind me, so I knew it was a matter of time.
Was it all according to the game plan when you went in there?
Yeah, actually, he rushed me really hard with some solid punches. One hit my hand, so I knew I had to take him down immediately. He was just punching hard, so plan was get the hell away from that and go for the takedown, and got it. Good to go.
Congrats on that. Can you give us a little bit of a background on when you started training in MMA and where you're training out of?
Yeah. I train out of Final Round Fitness. We're not like like an actual full facility. We're a group of trainers. We all get together. We're really awesome trainers. I got the most athletic team. I got the nicest team. I got the hardest working team. And that's why we came out with a victory tonight. It's them pushing me every night. So.
And it was a pretty quick victory. So how quick do you want to be in there?
Well, unfortunately, Epic doesn't have something till August, which I will be there, Harvey. But other than that, man, next week, got K1, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu. I'll compete in anything. I love it. Love combat sports. It's my home.
Well, it's so exciting to have a well-rounded fighter like you who delivers finishes like that in here. Enjoy that win. Thanks for finishing out the show with an exciting win.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.